It's a gorgeous day for baseball here at McKeon Park, and it's the Harwich Mariners against the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Harwich comes in 6-3, and the Harbor Hawks 4-5. Both teams off of victories and trying to take the momentum into this fine Thursday afternoon. So glad to be with you. I'm Milo Hoffman, and I'll have you for the entirety of today's ball game between the Mariners and the Harbor Hawks. Second meeting between these two teams. The first one went in favor of Harwich by a final score of 6-3. And of course, this game was a rescheduled of a contest that was supposed to happen on Tuesday, but the rain here in Cape Cod said, let's push this one a few days. So this is the only game here in the Cape Cod Baseball League today. So if you want Cape Cod baseball, this is your place to listen to it. And we've got a good matchup. Two pitchers on the mound for the Mariners. It's Chet Lax, Brady St. Pierre starting on the hill for Hyannis out of southeastern Louisiana, making his third appearance on the season. 4.1 innings pitched so far, just one run allowed. This past year with southeastern Louisiana, he pitched to a 5.84 ERA in 6 appearances with 33 strikeouts, 12 walks. So a strikeout guy doesn't walk too many hitters, and he'll face a Harwich Mariners lineup that has been swinging a pretty good bat as of late, and it starts off with Colin Larson, the leadoff man and right fielder today. Behind him batting second is J.P. Peltier out of Kentucky playing third base. Ty Smolinski batting third at shortstop. Cleanup today for the Mariners is his debut day for the M's. Jackson Hotchkiss out of Arizona State University, just transferred there, previously played this past season with Washington. He's in left field. Cade Kirtland is batting fifth at second base, transferred from Florida to LSU. Charlie Bussey, the DH today, is batting sixth. Sean O'Leary is batting seventh at first. Kevin Maluski, the catcher, is eighth. Ryan Garrity rounds out the Mariner lineup. He's in center field, batting ninth. Just a gorgeous day for baseball here at McKeon Field. First time this season that the Mariners are in town in Hyannis. Of course, not too far from Harwich, about 25 minutes or so. Mariners in their light blue uniforms with the red lettering across the chest. Hyannis in their all-white unis. Here's the first pitch of the game. Inside with the fastball, and we're underway. First pitch at 6:04, and the count's 1-0 on Colin Larson. Hitting .321 this season, a homer and 5 RBIs. That homer came yesterday against the Gatemen. Here's the pitch home. That's a strike on the inside corner with the fastball, and the count's 1-1 on Larson. Hit a game-tying solo shot to knot us up at 3 apiece yesterday against the Gatemen in the 7th inning. Here's the pitch from St. Pierre. Breaking ball downstairs, and the count's now 2-1 on the Boston College product. Has 3 walks so far this season. A .381 BABIP for Larson, so when he puts the ball in play, he likely gets a hit pitch. Swinging a line drive deep to center field. Barrett back on the track, looks up, and that ball's out of here. Oh, Colin Larson is red hot. A solo shot in the top of the first. And the Mariners are up 1-0 over Hyannis. What a start for the Mariners here at McKeon Park. Colin Larson swinging a red-hot bat. Now 2 home runs in his last 3 ABs. He's got a smile as he walks towards the dugout, puts on the Mariners celebratory hat. And it's 1-0 here in the first. That gives way for J.P. Peltier, the Mariner third baseman. It's .379 to center field, so not too deep, and that one was to dead center. Here's the pitch home. Fastball swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 on Peltier. Hitting .242 this season, a homer and 7 RBIs. Digs into the righty box with his beige bat over his right shoulder. Swing and a miss on a curveball downstairs. The count's now 0-2 on Peltier. That tall frame in the righty box. Just transferred to Kentucky a couple of weeks ago. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball downstairs, and the count's now 1-2. Hyannis comes in 4-5. Harwich 6-3. St. Pierre fires home the 1-2. Swinging a foul back, and they'll do it again. Like I said, Harwich fresh off of the win over Wareham yesterday. That was a 6-3 final. But for the most part of that game, you felt like Harwich was battling at the plate. Their first 2 runs were unearned. Came across via an error and a wild pitch. So they did everything they could to scrap across a few in the early goings of the game. And then towards the end, the rally came. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A breaking ball down and away. And that's the first out here in the first frame. J.P. Peltier goes down swinging. And now Ty Smolinski at the plate. The shortstop for the Mariners. The lefty is batting .344 this season. A pair of home runs and 7 RBIs. Those 2 long balls are now tied at the top of Harwich. He's tied with Colin Larson. Would you look at that? Back-to-back games with big bombs for the leadoff man for the Mariners. Here's the pitch to Smolinski. Breaking ball clips the outside corner for a strike. And it's 0-1 on Ty. He leads the team in batting average, on base percentage, extra base hits. He's been a beast, to say the least. Here's the pitch home. That one's tapped down the first baseline, foul. Count is now 0-2 on Smolinski. He brushes away some dirt outside of the lefty box with his high red socks. We've talked about it a few times this season. The Mariners look like they're forced to wear high socks and stirrups. Every single player on this team is rocking the same look. 0-2, here it is. Just misses outside with the fastball, and now it's 1-2 on Smolinski. Just a gorgeous day here at Hyannis. Again, this game was supposed to be on Tuesday, but there was a rainout. 1-2. Breaking ball swing and a miss. So second strikeout of the inning for Brady St. Pierre, and there's 2 gone now in the top of the first. So here's Jackson Hotchkiss. Played last year at Washington, and boy, did he have a good year. .337, 20 home runs, and 47 RBIs for the tall left fielder for the Mariners today. He just transferred, though, to ASU, so a new home for Hotchkiss, and now his first game with the Mariners. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, a big cut from Hotchkiss. That a slider in the other batter's box, and it's 0-1. Hotchkiss stands at 6'3", 190 pounds. St. Pierre fires. Fastball upstairs, and it's 1-1. Hotchkiss was the number 2 recruit out of the state of Washington from high school. Last year, first team All Big Ten selection. Pitch downstairs with the off speed, and now it's 2-1. And Hotchkiss was the 3rd player in Washington history to ever hit 20 home runs. Trying to bring some of that power here to Harwich. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high pop, foul, right side, out of play. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone here in the top of the first. Mariners have a 1-0 lead via the leadoff homer from Colin Larson. St. Pierre brings his glove to his belt. Kicks and fires home. Off-speed tapped at the dish, foul. And they'll do it again. Hotchkiss wears the red number 35 on his back, readjusts his white batting gloves a couple feet outside of the box. Umpires for today, Mike Hyannis at home, Mickey Garcia at first, and J.C. Fernandez at third. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Slider downstairs, good lead from Hotchkiss, and now the count runs full. Decent crowd on hand today here at McKeon Park. We're slotted down the first baseline about 10 feet from the Mariner dugout. Here's the payoff delivery. Swing and a miss. Fastball right on by Hotchkiss. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Brady St. Pierre, but not before Colin Larson hit a solo shot to lead off the game to dead center, and the Mariners have a 1-0 lead as we go to the home half on Cape League TV. We go to the home half of the first here at McKeon Park, and the Mariners hold a 1-0 lead after Colin Larson's leadoff home run in the first to dead center field. And now it's Chet Lax on the hill for the M's, making his second start of the season. Out of Wright State, now transferred to NC State a couple of weeks ago. He went 5 innings, just 3 hits and 4 strikeouts against Falmouth, gave up no runs. That was about a week ago, so the lefty toes the slab for the second time in a Harwich uniform. Here at McKeon Park, a beautiful sunny day, not a cloud in the sky. He deals to the leadoff man, Henry Zener, pitch. That's inside with the fastball, and it's 1-0 on Zener. The right fielder out of USC Upstate, hitting 172 this season. Here's the pitch. Swinging a slasher down the left field line, twisting foul. Third baseman Peltier gives it a look, but does not have a play. It bounces about 10 feet in front of him, and the count is now 1-1. What a start for the Mariners, and Colin Larson just took a fastball and drilled it over the center field fence. 2 home runs in now his last 3 at-bats. Yesterday, he had a moonshot to deep right field at White House Field. Here's the pitch. Swinging a tapper foul off the foot of Zener. And the count is 1-2 on the Hyannis leadoff man. Just a single RBI for him, 4 walks. Hyannis this season hitting just .208 as a team. That's 8th in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Only 10 teams, so towards the bottom there. Pitch. That's outside with the breaking ball. And the count is 2-2 on the leadoff man for Hyannis. Chet Lax, a fastball changeup slider, goes to that fastball a whole bunch. Here's the pitch. Just barely misses inside. And the count is full on Zener. Fastball doesn't have a whole lot of velocity, high 80s. Shakes off a few times from catcher Kevin Maluski. Now he agrees. He's the payoff pitch. Swinging a hard-hit ground ball right side glove by the first baseman O'Leary. He takes it himself to the bag, and there's one gone here in the bottom of the first. Just in on the hands of Zener, and a nice play from Sean O'Leary to retire him. O'Leary's played time at first for the Mariners, but also at third base. Solely a corner infield guy for the product out of UMass Lowell. That brings up John Embry, the third baseman for Hyannis. Digs into the righty box. Plays his college ball at Florida. Pitch. Breaking ball curls in for strike 1 on the outside. So it's 0-1. He's hitting .393, the best mark on this Hyannis squad. He's been lethal at the dish so far. There's the pitch. Breaking ball lined up the middle on a hop glove by the second baseman Kurland. He throws to first in time. A little low and scooped out by O'Leary. So 2 ground outs and 2 outs here for Chet Lax and the Mariners in the bottom of the first. That's just a one-hopper about 10 feet to the right of the second base bag, and Kurland was there. And that brings up Charlie Bates, the second baseman for Hyannis. The lefty with the open stance in the lefty box. That orange armor over his right shin. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball is a strike on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. Lax trying to work a real smooth first inning here against the Harbor Hawks. Pitch home. Swinging a slasher foul down the left field line. In the screen. And the count is now 0-2. Really nice screen at this park. Similar to Red Wilson Field over in Yarmouth Dennis. A bunch of these ballparks have this MLB screening. Pitch. Way upstairs with the heat. And it's 1-2. Bates hitting .261 this season, a pair of home runs and 2 RBIs. Pitch. Swinging a line drive deep to right field, twisting in the corner, foul. Just a little foul down the right field line. Colin Larson dashed over. He wasn't getting there, and lucky it went about 10 feet right of the foul pole. So it's still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swinging a broken bat looper, first base side. O'Leary's there, backs up onto the outfield grass, and he makes the catch for the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. and the Mariners are coming about once again in the top of the second on Cape League TV. We go to the second inning here at McKeon Park, and the Mariners hold a 1-0 lead over Hyannis. It's still Brady St. Pierre on the hill for the Harbor Hawks, and now he deals to Cade Kurland, batting fifth for the Mariners, the second baseman for Harwich. Digs into that righty box so far, 2 for 7 this season, a late addition to the team. He's played most of his college ball at Florida, 3 seasons, now recently transferred over to LSU. Here's the pitch home. Fastball fouled right back, and it's 0-1 on Kurland. Beautiful day here at McKeon Park. 1-0 Mariners on top. Colin Larson hit the solo shot to lead off the game deep to center field. Like I said, only .379 out there to center. So very doable to hit it over, and Colin Larson did just that. Pitch, breaking ball, hit high in the air, deep to right center field. Barrett back on the track, looks up, and he makes the grab about 5 feet in front of the fence. Now the Mariners a couple feet away from 2 shots to center, but instead it's just the first out here in the top of the second, and that brings up Charlie Bussey. Bussey's today's DH for the Mariners. Hitting .217 this season. Digs into the righty box with his beige bat twisted a few times. St. Pierre set on the hill. He fires home. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count is 1-0. Mariners trying to go for back-to-back wins. They beat Wareham last night 6-3. Here's the pitch home. Breaking ball twist outside, and the count is 2-0. Prior to that, the Mariners had lost back-to-back games. So it was 2 losses, then 2 off days. One of them scheduled, one of them a rainout. This is the makeup today. Here's the pitch. Fastball left way upstairs, and it's 3-0 on Bussey. St. Pierre set, kicks and fires. Fastball clips the inside corner, and it's 3 balls and 1 strike. Bussey so far this year has 6 walks, so he's been prone to getting aboard via the base on balls. Can he do it again? Pitch, way upstairs. Oh, that hit him. That hit Charlie Bussey. That's his 4th hit by pitch this season, which is atop the Cape Cod Baseball League. He disposes his bat and walks on over to first base. So the Mariners have a 1-out runner aboard here in the top of the second, and that gives way to Sean O'Leary, the Mariner first baseman. That walk is our first free pass of the game, presented by Cape Cod Community College. Go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. CapeCod.edu/free for more. Pitch home to O'Leary with Bussey off of first. Bussey goes. Pitch is inside. Throw to second is not in time. Bussey swipes the bag for the 5th time this season, and the Mariners have a runner in scoring position here in the top of the 2nd. It looked like the pitch was called a ball on Sean O'Leary. So it's 1-0 on the UMass Lowell infielder. St. Pierre stepped off the rubber for a sec. Now he digs back on. Bussey off of second. Mariners on top 1-0. Here's the offering. Fastball high and wide. And the count is now 1-1. So they called that first pitch a strike, it seems. No, it's 2-0. McKeon, the home plate umpire, just shot up his hands, and 2 balls and no strikes is the count. Sometimes it gets confusing when the runner takes off. Everyone's not focused on the pitch home. Check back to Bussey at second. He slides in safely. O'Leary hitting .261 this season, 3 RBIs. Also has 3 walks. He twirls his half red, half beige bat in the lefty box with that open stance. Crouches down. St. Pierre, long pause, comes home. Breaking ball clips the inside corner for a strike. And the count is 1-2. Sun shining. The entire field is lit in sunshine. St. Pierre checks on second, fires there, not in time. Kind of pulled the shortstop Jordan Lodice off a few steps. Had to reach back and grab that one from going into center field. Mariners up 1-0 here in the top of the 2nd inning. St. Pierre dangles out his right arm, now comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside. The count is now 2-2. A lot of confusion in this at-bat with the count because of the stolen base. McKeon has had to put up his fingers every pitch, and the count's actually 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike on Sean O'Leary. That's confirmed. Here's the pitch. Fastball called a strike on the inside corner, sort of a late call there. And now it's full. Harwich trying to tack on another run here in the 2nd frame. They fell behind yesterday to Wareham, and they had to come back in the late innings. 2-2. Swing and a miss. O'Leary lost grip of his bat there and walks back to the dugout. That's the 4th strikeout of the evening for Brady St. Pierre. And now there's 2 gone in the top of the 2nd, and it's Kevin Maluski, the Harwich catcher, up. This Maluski's 2nd start with the Mariners. First one was yesterday. Here's the pitch home. Fastball chop foul down the 3rd base line. Maluski went 0 for 3 yesterday, a walk and a pair of strikeouts. But at Mississippi State this past season, he hit 13 home runs, 31 RBIs, and walked nearly 20 times. So he's a dangerous bat in the righty box. Trying to get settled with his new team. Stands tall. St. Pierre comes set on the mound. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Breaking ball tapped slowly foul down the 3rd base line. Maluski started to run towards first base, but now tracks back. Count is 0-2 on the Mariner backstop. Harwich on top 1-0 over Hyannis here in the top of the 2nd. 2 gone, and Charlie Bussey leads off of second base after he was hit by a pitch. And then he stole the bag. Pitch from St. Pierre. Nope. A check back to second. 2nd inning is brought to you by Milton Cat, proud to power the Cape all summer long. A beautiful, beautiful day. So glad you're tuning in. The only game here on the Cape this summer today. Not the only game this summer, but every other game played on Tuesday These two making it up. Bussy dances off second pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Maluski. They call him Louie at Mississippi State. I just heard Steve Englert, the Harwich Mariner manager, yelling that from the dugout. See if he can do some damage. Pitch. Outside. And the count is 2-2. That a breaking ball from St. Pierre. And he features that fastball at 91 miles an hour, a curve, slider, and changeup. He's gone to the curveball a whole bunch today. Comes in the mid-80s. Wobbles a few times, now comes set. Fire zone. Breaking ball just misses outside, and the count runs full. Maluski trying to pick up his first bat with the Mariners this season. Just his 4th at-bat. Here's St. Pierre's offering. Fastball way upstairs, and that's ball 4. So second walk in a Mariner uniform for Maluski. He trots over to first base, and that gives way for Ryan Garrity, the Harwich Mariners center fielder today. Mariners have done well walking this season. 49 of them. Make that 50 now. 49 coming into the day. That's second best on the Cape. Seeing a lot of pitches. Working long at bats. And now Harwich has first and second occupied. Up 1-0 here in the top of the second frame. And Ryan Garrity's the hitter. From the lefty box, St. Pierre fires zone. Downstairs. Counts 1-0 on Garrity. Comes into the day hitting 130. In RBI. 7 walks, though, so his on-base percentage is still above 300. Twirls his bat a few times. Rested along his left shoulder. Ducks on the pond, runners off first and second. Here's the pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. It's 1-1. Garrity got the day off yesterday, a rare day off. For what seems like a key cog in the Mariner lineup almost every single game day. Here's the pitch. Way outside, it trickles away from the catcher, Ortega, but only briefly. He recovers, so both runners stay put at their respective bags. Maluski off of first base. It's Bussy off of second. Bussy stole second. That was his 5th stolen bag of the season. He's been dancing off of the base. See if he tries to take off here. Counts 2-1 on Garrity. Mariners on top 1-0 over Hyannis in the top of the second. 2 outs. St. Pierre takes a deep breath and fires. Chopped on the ground, right side, and playable. First baseman Hawsey gloves, takes it to the bag himself, and that'll do it in the top of the second. The Mariners strand 2 runners on, no hits, and no runs come across. They still lead, though, 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second here on Cape League TV.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
Back here at McKeon Park, and the Mariners hold a 1-0 lead over Hyannis as we go to the bottom of the second. It's still Chet Lax on the hill for Harwich. He worked a real smooth 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. A ground out to Zener, a ground out to Embry, and then he induced a pop out to first base by Charlie Bates. Now it's JP Head, the left fielder, batting cleanup for Hyannis. Digs into the ready box. The lefty Lax fires home. Swung on, drilled deep to center field. Garrity back on the track, looks up, and that ball's gone. One pitch in the bottom of the second, and a home run for Hyannis. We're all tied up at 1 apiece. JP Head with his third long ball of the season. I didn't have any time to say he already had a pair of long balls before he drilled one to center. And we're all knotted up at 1 apiece, and now it's Trey Hawsey, the first baseman for Hyannis. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside, and it's 1-0 on Hawsey. That's just a moonshot to right center field. Garrity had no play. He did leap up on the fence, though. Pitch is a ball outside with the off speed. So 2-0 on Hawsey. 2 home runs today. 2 to deep center field over that 379 sign. Pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball high. 2 balls and 1 strike on the Ole Miss product. Hitting .258 this season, 3 RBIs. The tall lefty in the box. He swings. It's a high pop-up left side of the infield. Peltier comes in, the third baseman, but the pitcher, Chet Lax, makes the play about 2 steps from his mound. Wow, you really never see that. He's smiling right now as he gets the ball back from J.P. Peltier. You almost always see the pitcher scurry out of the way, but sometimes you come across someone who wants the action, who wants to make the plays, and Chet Lax did it to perfection there. So there's 1 gone now in the bottom of the second, and now Jordan Lodice, the shortstop, is up. Pitch. Bounces in the dirt. 1-0 on Lodice out of Georgia Tech. Hitting .158 this season, a single RBI. Bats from the righty side. Lax, the lefty on the mound, fires. Off speed, spins outside. And it's 2-0. So 2 runs so far today, both solo shots, 2 similar parts of the ballpark, one from Larson of Harwich and the other from Head of Hyannis. That one's drilled on a couple hops to the second baseman, Curlin. He gobbles, throws the first in time. And there's 2 gone now in the bottom of the second. Now Kyle Olivo is up for Hyannis, and this guy's got a story. Yesterday, the Harbor Hawks played Orleans. He went 4 for 4 with a home run and a double. That's only the first part of the story, though. Here's the pitch from Lax. Breaking ball cut on and missed, and it's 0-1. Olivo's a pitcher. That's right, he's a two-way guy that's pitched 8 innings so far this season with 8 strikeouts and no earned runs for Hyannis. Here's the pitch. Downstairs, and the count is 1-1. Olivo plays his college ball at Iowa. Today he's the DH for the Harbor Hawks. But just impressive stuff for the man that's stepping into the righty box right now with bright yellow cleats and all the confidence in the world after yesterday. Here's the pitch. Swung on, laced on a hop, third base side, off of Peltier's glove. He recovers, fires across the diamond, not in time. That'll probably go as a hit if I had to guess. It was scorched off the bat of Olivo, and he ran hard down the line. So Hyannis now has a 2-out runner aboard at first base. And the catcher, Efren Ortega, is up. Ortega out of University of California, Irvine, just 2 for 14 so far this season with Hyannis. Lax long pause on the mound and fires. That's outside with the off speed. And it's 1-0 on Ortega. 2 for 14. He has a walk and just 1 strikeout, so he's put the ball in play a whole bunch. Olivo off of first. Pitch. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line. Foul. Over the Mariner dugout and into the grass field behind us. The count is now 1-1 on the Hyannis catcher. 1-1 the score. Harwich and Harbor Hawks. 2 solo shots. Bottom second, 2 outs. Olivo off of first. Lax fires. That's high and tight with the heat. It's 2-1 now. Infield play to the pull side for the righty Ortega. Curled about 2 steps to the left of the second base bag. Check back to first base, had him leading. Oh, not in time. That was close on Olivo over there. Real close. Still the count 2-1. Lax nods off a few times, now agrees on a pitch. Comes set at the letters. Fire zone. That's a strike on the outside corner. And the count's 2-2. Crowd filing in here at McKeon Park, and now it's pretty packed. And why wouldn't you want to be here? It's gorgeous. Check back to first. Not in time. Chet Lax has a nifty move on the hill. He's a lefty, so he rises that leg, takes about a half-second pause, and then pitches over to first base. But he's had Olivo leaning a few times. The runner takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Right on by Ortega. That's the first strikeout of the day for Chet Lax. And the score is now 1-1 as we head to the third. The solo shot off of JP Head's bat. 2 hits, 1 man left on base, no errors as we go to the third here on Cape League TV.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group. Protecting the possible.
We head to the third inning here at McKeon Park, and now we're tied up at 1 apiece between the Mariners and Hyannis. So glad you're joining us here on a beautiful, beautiful Thursday evening in Hyannis, Massachusetts. Not a cloud in the sky. 2 solo shots, one off the bat of Colin Larson, who's up at the dish right now for the Mariners. The other off of JP Head's bat, the left fielder for Hyannis. 1-1 the score, top of the third, and Larson digs into the lefty box. Still Brady St. Pierre on the hill for the Harbor Hawks. He fires home. Bounces in the dirt with a fastball. The count is now 1-0 on Larson. That home run for Colin back in the first, which, by the way, led off the game, was just a moonshot to deep center field. His second home run of the season, and his second in his last 3 at-bats. Here's the pitch. Downstairs. 2-0. Larson hit a home run yesterday against the Gatemen in the 7th inning to tie the ball game up at 3 apiece. Sean James hit the go-ahead RBI single to give the Mariners the 4-3 lead. Pitch. That's inside. 3-0. And then Harwich tacked on a few more at the end. The final score was 6-3 over Wareham. St. Pierre kicks and fires. Fastball called a strike on the inside corner. Larson actually ducked out of the way a little bit on that one. But it's a strike nonetheless. 3 balls and 1 strike on Larson. Here's the pitch. Downstairs. And there's a walk to Colin Larson. His 4th of the season. And the Mariners have the leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 3rd. That's now the 2nd walk of the evening for Harwich. Charlie Bussey was also hit by a pitch. Here's J.P. Peltier, 3rd baseman. Digs into the righty box. Larson off of first base. He has 8 stolen bases over there. Check back to Larson. Not in time, and Colin dove back on his stomach right there, almost like a belly flop. That's gotta hurt. St. Pierre brings the glove to his belt, wobbles a few times, now comes set. Check back to first again, and Larson does his patented belly flop over there. He's safe. Checking on the man who, like I said, has 8 stolen bases, 2nd most in the league, only behind, well, you guessed it, J.P. Peltier. You probably didn't guess it, actually. He has 10 of them. Check back to Larson again, had him leaning, and he's out. Colin Larson was caught leaning off the bag, was mid-taking his lead. This time, his belly flop dive back to first base, not in time. And the 3rd time's the charm for Brady St. Pierre. So there's 1 gone now in the top of the 3rd. Still no pitches to J.P. Peltier. Here's the first one. That's a fastball outside, and it's 1-0. The Mariners have been aggressive on the base bats all season long. They have 40 stolen bases this season, by far the most in the Cape. Here's the pitch. Fastball, jam shot, right side, foul, coming right towards us, but it's caught by the catcher, Efren Ortega. That about 10 feet in front of us. But that's exactly why I'm not playing out there. Did not have a good read on that ball, and Efren Ortega certainly did. And there's 2 gone now in the top of the 3rd. There's been a few close calls this summer, but obviously most of the time there's a screen in front of us. But that one had the height to get over the screen and bounce right beside us. And don't worry, I would have pulled out my hand and tried to catch it. Here's Ty Smolinski, shortstop for Harwich. He's 0 for 1 on the day, a strikeout back in the 1st. There's the pitch. Fastball cut on and missed. A little half swing from Ty Smolinski. The count's 0-1 on the Mariners shortstop. He went 0 for 4 yesterday with a walk, but comes into today hitting .344. Pitch. Fastball zips over the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-2. That average leads the team. He's been probably the best Mariner bat this season. 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Trying to keep this at-bat alive. Here's the 0-2. Fastball tapped on the ground, up the middle. 2nd baseman Bates is there. Backhands, fires to first. Got him in time. So the Mariners go 1-2-3 here in the 3rd. Colin Larson thrown out after leaning off of first base. Peltier a pop out to the catcher, and Smolinski a ground out to 2nd. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. Still 1-1 on Cape League TV. We head to the bottom of the third here at McKeon Park, and we're all knotted up at 1-1. It's Liam Barrett leading off the frame for Hyannis. Chet Lack's pitch is a strike at the knees with the fastball, and it's 0-1. Two solo shots, one off the bat of Colin Larson of the Mariners, the other off of J.P. Head's bat for Hyannis, both to deep center field. Lax fires. That's chopped on the ground right side past the diving first baseman O'Leary and into right field, a base hit. About a 5-hopper right side of the infield. O'Leary gave it a valiant effort but didn't come up with the ball. And the Harbor Hawks have the leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the third. Back to the top with Henry Zener for Hyannis. He grounded out to first base back in the first frame. Just a gorgeous day here at McKeon Park. Not a cloud in the sky. Pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball. It's 0-1. This game, of course, rescheduled for today. Was supposed to happen on Tuesday, but a rainout. Here's the pitch home. Swinging a tapper foul. And the count's 0-2 on Zener. So because of the rainout and the fact that this game is happening today, every other game in the Cape happened as scheduled on Tuesday. So this is the only Cape Cod Baseball League action tonight. A brilliant crowd on hand. 0-2, here it is. Swing and a miss. Got that slider by Zener. And there's one gone now in the bottom of the third frame. That's the second strikeout for Chet Lax tonight. Liam Barrett stays put at first base. Lax had 4 strikeouts against Falmouth in his first start of the season, just about a week ago. Went 5 innings, gave up no runs. Here's the pitch. Off speed. Misses outside to John Embry, the third baseman. And the count is 1-0 on the Florida product. Leads the team, hitting .393 this season. Just impressive numbers. 0 for 1 today, though. Here's the pitch home. Swinging a hard hit ground ball foul down the third baseline. That was scorched right off the barrel. From this vantage point, about, 25 feet from home plate, you can really hear the pop of the ball off the bat. And that one was a ringer. That's exactly why I wouldn't want to play third base. They call it the hot corner for that exact reason. Although J.P. Pelletier over there at third for the Mariners has been excellent all summer long. Check back to first base, and Barrett slides in safely. 1-1 the score here, bottom 3. Liam Barrett leads off of first for Hyannis, 1 gone. Harwich came into the day 6-3. The Harbor Hawks 4-5. Here's the pitch to Embry. That's hit high in the air down the right field line. Twisting foul, and it goes into the stands. So the count's now 1-2. Embry taps his bat a few times in the righty box. Stands at 6 foot, 224 pounds. Now crouches. Lax comes set. Runner goes. Pitch is outside. Throw to second is not in time. It one-hopped the shortstop Ty Smolinski. He still came up with a nice pick, but not in time to catch the speedy Liam Barrett. And so now there is a runner in scoring position for Hyannis, with 1 gone in the bottom of the third. And their best hitter is at the plate in John Embry. Has 3 RBIs this season. A chance to tack on another. Lax comes set, and he fires home. That's poked foul. Embry just staying alive on that throw. Had to lunge out towards the ball. Takes a walk around home plate, readjusts his blue batting gloves, and steps back into the box. Ty Smolinski, the shortstop, is about a few inches in front of the left field grass over there, playing deep. So is Peltier, the third baseman, right down the line. Here's the pitch. Swinging a high fly ball, shallow center field. Second baseman Curlin backs up, but the center fielder Garrity calls everyone off, and he makes the grab at the head. That's the second out of the inning, and Barrett stays put at second base. A big out for Chet Lax and the Mariners. Now Charlie Bates is up for Hyannis as the wind starts to pick up. There's a mascot for Hyannis that walks around. I got to try to find the name for that thing. It's almost like a bird with a Hyannis jersey on. I'll tell you, though, it's kind of scary. And it's walking around right now kind of near us. Pitch home. Swinging a chopper foul down the first baseline. And it's 0-1 on Bates. My producer, Sawyer Goldwine, is on it, trying to get the name of that mascot. It's Ozzy the Osprey. Would you look at that? Ozzy the Osprey taking pictures right now. Wonder if he's going to come over to us and ask if we want a picture. I'll probably say no. Pitch. Swinging a chopper up the middle. Flex off the glove of Lax. Near shortstop. No play for anyone. Charlie Bates dashes to first in time. And so there's runners on the corners now for Hyannis, with 2 gone in the bottom of the third. Chet Lax extended out his right glove hand. It was a hot shot about 5 feet in front of him. He stabbed at it. It deflected off of his glove and trickled slowly to the shortstop side, and Curlin, Ty Smolinski came in, but no one had a throw. And now it's J.P. Head, the cleanup man for Hyannis, with runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. That's a strike with the changeup in the outside corner. That'll go as a hit for Charlie Bates. Barrett off of third. Bates off of first, and J.P. heads up. He had a solo shot back in the second. Fires. That's a ball inside with the fastball. It's 1-1. J.P. Head now has 3 home runs this season. That leads the team. Lax fires home. That's chopped on the ground, third base side. Fair. Peltier fires across the diamond, throw high, but in time as O'Leary leaped and came down and stepped on the bag. What a throw from J.P. Peltier, and that does it in the bottom of the third. Hyannis strands 2 men aboard, 2 hits, no errors, and no runs come across as we head to the fourth here on Cape League TV. We head to the fourth here at McKeon Park as the sun starts to set. Still tied up at 1 apiece between the Mariners and Hyannis. And it's a new pitcher on the hill for the Harbor Hawks. It's Van Frawling out of University, California, Santa Barbara, making his 2nd appearance so far this season. 2 innings pitched against Scituate on June 20th. 2 earned runs, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Well, the start of the 4th is brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. They're proud to recognize our hometown heroes throughout the Cape. If you are active duty military, a veteran, police, fire, or EMT personnel, you are eligible for a discount. Jackson Hotchkiss steps up to the plate for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 1st. Making his first appearance with Harwich this season. The left fielder today twirls his bat a few times. Frawling comes sit on the mound and fires home. That one's fouled right back. Vicious swing from Hotchkiss. And the count is 0-1 on the now Arizona State University product, but this past season he played with University of Washington. And that swing just then is not a surprise. He hit 20 home runs with the Huskies. Here's the pitch home. Swung on, line deep to left field, head backs up, twirls, he does not have a play. It one hops up against the wall. Hotchkiss rounds first and cruises into second with a leadoff double for the Mariners. Welcome to Harwich, Jackson Hotchkiss. Just a ripper off the bat. And the left fielder, J.P. Head, was twisting and turning, and it bounced up against the fence. And now a runner in scoring position for the Mariners, and Cade Curlin, the second baseman, is up. 1-1 the score. Harwich and Hyannis, nobody out, top of the 4th. And Hotchkiss leads off of second base. Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner. Counts 0-1 on the Mariner second baseman. He's 2 for 8 so far with Harwich. Both of those hits are doubles. Fires. Swinging a blooper, shallow right center field, sinking, and it drops in front of the right fielder, Zener. Hotchkiss moves up to third base. It's a single for Cade Curlin. And the Mariners have runners on the corners now with nobody out in the top of the 4th. Now Charlie Bussey steps up to the dish as the lights turn on here at McKeon Park. Van Frawling, the tall lefty on the hill, comes set third base side of the rubber. He stands at 6'4", 210 pounds on the mound. Deals to Bussey. Here it is. That's a ball outside with the heat. The count is 1-0. Frawling comes set at the belt, check back to first base, and Curlin is safe. Ball gets away from the first baseman, Hazy, and trickles into right field. Hotchkiss comes home to score. Verlin cruises around second and runs to third safely. So an error on the pitcher, Van Frawling, and the Mariners tack on another. It's 2-1 Harwich now in the top of the 4th. Oh, just a costly mistake from Van Frawling. He shakes his head as he walks back up on the mound. Now Curlin off of third base. And the Mariners have a 2-1 lead as Hotchkiss came to touch home. Here's the pitch to Bussey. That's downstairs. Bussey has 3 RBIs this season. Now a chance to bring home another with Curlin off of third base and nobody out. Frawling fires. Gets away from the catcher, Ortega. Ball was way inside, and Curlin touches home. He got a great read on that ball. It trickled about 10 feet away from the Hyannis backstop, and now the Mariners have scored 2 in the frame. Still nobody out. It's 3-1 Harwich. Talk about manufacturing runs and taking advantage of mistakes from Hyannis. Hotchkiss started out the inning with a double. Curlin singled, and now both of them have come home on errors. Here's the pitch. That's way downstairs and a walk on Charlie Bussey. So it's his second time aboard today. His first was a hit by pitch back in the second frame. And he starts the inning fresh now for Harwich. Sean O'Leary now up to the dish, the first baseman from the lefty side. Bussey takes off. Pitch is a strike. Throw to second. Not in time. A stolen bag for Charlie Bussey. That's his second on the day. He now has 6 this season. And the Mariners have a runner on second with nobody out. Counts 1-0. Pitch. Downstairs. And it's 1-2-0. So that pitch when Bussey took off was a ball. And now looks like the pitching coach, Ray Korn, for Hyannis is out of the dugout, and he walks up to the mound to try and check on his pitcher. Harwich has already scored 2 in this inning. Hotchkiss doubled, Curlin singled, but then an error from the pitcher, Vrawling, as he tried to check on the runner at first, sailed over the first baseman Hawsey's head, and Hotchkiss came around to score. Curlin went all the way to third base on that error, and then he came home off of a wild pitch. So Sean O'Leary at the plate for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out back in the second. Taps his bat on home plate a few times. Stands in the lefty box. Vrawling comes set on the mound. Long pause. And now he steps off. Some confusion for Van Vrawling, the pitcher out of UCSB for Hyannis. Bussey off second pitch. Outside. Vrawling kind of has that 3/4 delivery from the lefty side. It's a tough at-bat for any lefty hitter, and that's the case right now for Sean O'Leary. Pitch. Strike on the inside corner. Count is 3-1 on Sean O'Leary. He's hitting .261 this season. Mariners on top 3-1. Here's the offering. Downstairs, ball 4. He chucks his bat towards the dugout, and Harwich now has first and second occupied with still nobody out in the top of the 4th. 2 runs have already come around to score, and now it's Kevin Maluski for Harwich. Bussey stays put at second base. Second baseman Charlie Bates for Hyannis is clapping his glove. Here's the pitch. That's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Trying to keep Bussey close to the bag over there. He already has 2 stolen bases this evening. Maluski digs into the righty box. There's the offering. That's a strike on the outside corner. And it's quickly 0-2 on the Mariner backstop. They walked back in the second. 0 for 3 with Harwich so far this season. This just his second start. There's the offering. Swinging a high drive, right field line, foul. And they'll do the 0-2 again. Maluski hit 19 home runs and 38 RBIs this past season with Mississippi State. So he has that power capability. Here's the pitch home. Off speed, misses outside. It's 1-2. O'Leary off of first after his walk. Bussey on second after his walk and then stolen base. Both runners take their leads. Infield play to the pull side for the righty Kevin Maluski. Vrawling comes set and fires home. That's way inside. Maluski skips out of the way. And now it's 2-2. Left side of the field now at McKeon Park is shaded. The right side is fully bathed in sun. There's the 2-2. Runners go. Pitch is swung on and fouled down the right field line. They'll do it again, and both runners will retreat back. And it looked like Bussey had a real good jump on that pitch. trying to steal third and pick up his third stolen base on the day already. We're just in the fourth inning. 3-1 Mariners on top of Hyannis. Nobody out. Froling set on the hill. The lefty fires. That's fouled back, and they'll do it again. This is something the Mariners have done all season long. They've worked long at bats, trying to get on. That 371 on base percentage is the best mark in the Cape. They have over 50 walks. That's second best in the league. Here's the pitch. Swinging a chopper slowly. Third base side. Embry backs up Fields. Fires to first. Got him in time. Both runners move up 90 feet, though. So a productive out for Kevin Maluski. And the Mariners have second and third occupied now. And it's the number 9 hitter, Ryan Garrity. Center fielder today for Harwich has 0 for 1. He grounded out to first back in the second inning. Comes into today hitting 130 with just 1 RBI. This would be a big opportunity for him. Runners on second and third. Here's the pitch. Swinging a slasher foul down the third base line. Kind of a nubber right there. Garrity has to wring out his hands after that one. Readjust those batting gloves. When you get caught on a pitch inside, or off the end of the bat for that matter, sometimes it hurts. Hitter digs back into the lefty box. Bossy off of third, O'Leary off of second, and the pitch misses way inside. Infield in for Hyannis, trying to cut down that run. Harwich on top 3-1. Froling fires. Poked foul. And the count is 1-2. Ryan Garrity this season. Pitch. Swinging a line drive. Shallow right center field. Sinking. Zener comes in and he makes the grab. Bussy tags from third and he here at McKeon Park. Hazy from the lefty box. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled down the right field line. And they'll do the 1-2 again. Hazy so far today is 0 for 1. He popped out to the pitcher, Lax, right beside his mound. 1-2. Swing and a miss. That's a beautiful slider from Lax. And there's one gone in the bottom of the fourth. The third strikeout of the evening for the Harwich lefty. Now it is Jordan Lodice, the shortstop. Digs into the righty box. Lax fires home. That one's ripped deep to center field. Garrity back on the track, looks up, and that ball is out of here. Garrity leaped at the last second. It looked like he might have come up with one of the best robberies I've ever seen, but instead it's a solo shot for Jordan Lodice. And it's 5-2 Harwich now in the bottom of the fourth. Second solo shot of the evening for Hyannis. First one off the bat of JP Head. Now Jordan Lodice with his first homer of the season. And the hitter's now Olivo. He swings and rocks one deep to left center field. Did they go back to back? Garrity on the track, looks up, leaps, and he makes the play this time. Ryan Garrity in left center field, bump up against the fence, and made the grab for a long and loud second out of the inning. Wow. That one was blistering off the barrel. But an out in the end. And now it's Efren Ortega, the catcher. There's the pitch from Lax. That one's rocked on the ground up the middle. Curlin drifts over, but does not have a play. It trickles into center field. Second baseman Curlin was playing on the left side of the second base bag. He was the closest to it, tried to back in, but was about 5 or so feet from the ball. And it's a 2-out single now for Ortega. So the Hyannis Harbor Hawks offense is coming to play here in the bottom of the fourth. Still 5-2 Mariners. It's the number 9 hitter in Liam Barrett now, who has a single. He singled back in the third. This is Barrett's first game with the Hawks this season. Plays his college ball at UCSB. Here's the pitch. That one nipped off the knob of the bat. Foul at home plate, and the count is 0-1 on Barrett. What a beautiful day here at McKeon Park. Sun is setting, lights are on. Exactly what you expect when you say Cape Cod baseball. Third baseman J.P. Peltier for the Mariners is playing in on the infield grass. Here's the pitch to Barrett. Instead, a check back to first. A bouncer scooped up by O'Leary, the first baseman, nicely. Ortega is the runner over there at first base. Mariners over Hyannis 5-2 right now in the bottom of the fourth. Lax dangles out his arm, now pulls it into his glove. And pitches. Breaking ball is inside. So it's 1-1 now on Barrett. Lax ready, and he fires home. Fastball catches the inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. Chet Lax has just 3 strikeouts so far today. The 2 runs that Hyannis have scored, well, those have been 2 solo shots deep to center field. Ortega off first. Check back to Ortega. Not in time. Lax goes to that nifty move once again. Kind of like that Clayton Kershaw-esque pickoff move over to the first, or maybe Max Fried. I'm a Yankee fan, so I'll say Max Fried. One of the best at doing it in the big leagues. There's the pitch home. Swing and a miss. Down goes Barrett. 4th strikeout of the day for Chet Lax, but he does give up a run, a solo shot from the shortstop Jordan Lodice, and now it's 5-2 Mariners as we head to the 5th here on Cape League TV. We head to the 5th here at McKeon Park, and the Mariners have a 5-2 lead over Hyannis. New pitcher on the hill for the Harbor Hawks, it's Cohen Gomez. He deals to Ty Smolinski. Pitch home. Fastball popped in the air, foul down the left field line. And the count is 0-1 on Ty. 5-2 Mariners over the Harbor Hawks as Ty Smolinski digs back into the lefty box. Here's Gomez pitch. Downstairs with the breaking ball. And it's 1-1. Gomez comes set at the belt. Wobbles out his left foot. Now he comes set. Pitches home. That's a foul tip. In and out of the glove of the catcher Ortega. One and two's the count on Smolinski. Gomez comes set on the belt. Here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive to right field, twisting towards the pole. It's down for a base hit. Smolinski rounds to first, runs to second, and he's there standing with a leadoff double for Ty. Smolinski has been the Mariners' best bat this season. Came into the day hitting .344. Was 0 for 2 this evening, but now he's on the board with a double. And it's up to Jackson Hotchkiss of the Mariners in his Harwich debut. Jackson Hotchkiss doubled back in the 4th inning. A ripper off the left field wall. His first hit as a Mariner. Digs into the righty box. Gomez comes set at the belt on the mound. And he fires home. Fastball clips the outside corner for a strike. And it's 0-1. Gomez pitches at Stanford from Anaheim Hills, California, so didn't go far to play his college ball. Making his fourth appearance, that is, this season for Hyannis. Fires. Curveball fouled back on the screen. And it's 0-2 now on Hotchkiss. This past season with Stanford, Gomez pitched to a 5.82 ERA in nearly 40 innings of work. Here's the pitch. Downstairs with the changeup, Smolinski stays put at second base. That ball bounced in the dirt, but the Harwich Mariners shortstop retreats back to the bag. The count's 1-2. Mariners on top 5-2 over Hyannis. We're in the top of the fifth. Gomez gets the sign from the catcher, Ortega. Now pulls his glove in, and he fires home. Fastball in the dirt. This time gets way away from Ortega. Down the first baseline, and Smolinski takes third easily. About a 55-footer right there from the pitcher. And Smolinski off of third now with nobody out in the top of the fifth. The Mariners have taken advantage of the Hyannis mistakes. In the fourth inning, 2 runs came across from Harwich via a couple of errors. There was a wild pitch in there, an error from the first baseman. Infield in. Here's the pitch. Swinging a hard shot, ground ball, third base side, picked up by Embry, the third baseman, fires to first in time. Smolinski stays put at third base. So a nice play from the third baseman, John Embry. And now there's 1 gone in the top of the fifth. And that means it's time for Harwich Mariner Trivia. It's a good one today. Let's see if you can get it. I think I'll have a tough time with it. Highest drafted Mariner pitcher in the MLB. Highest drafted Mariner pitcher in Major League Baseball. Here's the pitch to Kurland. Breaking ball popped foul. Third base side. Embry gives it a look. And he doesn't have a play. It bounces foul. And the count's 0-1 on the Mariners' second baseman. Highest drafted Mariner pitcher in Major League Baseball. I mean, the pitcher that pops up in my head, that pitch for the Mariners, is Cam Schlittler. But he wasn't drafted very high for the Yankees. Of course, that goes to show you that whether you're drafted early or late doesn't really affect your success in the big leagues, as that pitch skips in the dirt and over the head of Ortega, and Smolinski comes home to score on another wild pitch. The Harbor Hawks are getting sloppy here at McKeon Park. It's 6-2 Mariners now. Smolinski doubled and advanced to third on a wild pitch and comes home to score on a wild pitch. So now the bases are empty. Pitch to Kurland. Swinging a chopper. Shortstop. Low dice is there. Fields and fires to first in time. And there's the second out of the inning. That brings up Charlie Bussey. Here with 2 gone. Bussey so far today is 0 for 0, which means he has 2 walks. 2 walks for Charlie Bussey. Now up to 8 on the season. Been getting on base at a high rate for the Mariners. 2 outs now. Here's the pitch home. Fastball zips over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Bussey came into the evening hitting .217. Hitting 6th today in the Mariner lineup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball tapped third base side on the ground, fielded by Embry. Slings across the diamond in time. And that does it here in the top of the fifth. But the Mariners bring home another run. It was a wild pitch. Ty Smolinski came across to score. 1 hit and nobody left on base. And now it's 6-2 M's as we head to the home half of the fifth right here on Cape League TV. Welcome back to McKeon Park as we head to the bottom of the fifth, and the Mariners are on top 6-2 over Hyannis. New pitcher on the hill for Harwich, Ryan Taff. He fires a strike down Broadway, and the count's 0-1 on Henry Zener, the leadoff man for the Harbor Hawks. Ryan Taff making his third appearance with the M's. And he fires home. Breaking ball doesn't have much break. It stays up for ball number 1. So the count's 1-1 now on the Hyannis Harbor Hawk right fielder. Taff has pitched 3 innings. No earned runs allowed. Pitch. Swing and a miss. A nice slider. And it's 1-2. 5 strikeouts so far this season for Taff. Pitched last year at Siena. Now in the transfer portal. Takes a deep breath on the mound. The righty fires home. Fastball upstairs. And it's 2-2. Zener so far today for Hyannis is 0 for 2. A ground out and a strikeout. 6-2 the score. Mariners and the Hawks. Taff fires. Swung on, a little nubbler left side of the infield. Peltier charges, gloves, fires in time. Nice play by J.P. Peltier, the third baseman. He was already playing in on the infield grass, but it was a weird spin off the bat. He scooped it up and threw to first with plenty of time. And that brings up John Embry, the third baseman for the Hawks. He's 0 for 2 so far today. Probably the best hitter on this Hyannis lineup, hitting .393 so far this season, by far the best mark on the team, and one of the best in the Cape. And here's the pitch. It bounces in the dirt, and the count's 1-0 on the Florida product, John Embry. What a start it was for Chet Lax of the Mariners. 4 innings, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. The 2 runs, 2 solo shots. There's the pitch from Taff. Breaking ball just misses outside. The count is 2-0 on Embry. Taff takes a deep breath on the mound. Twists and fires. Fastball ripped to left field, base hit. John Embry all over that fastball. And the Hawks have a 1-out runner aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. John Embry picks up his first knock of the evening. That's on brand. Like I said, that batting average up near 400. You would expect that hit to be somewhere, and there it was. So now it's up to Charlie Bates for the Hawks, their second baseman. He's 1 for 2 so far today, singled back in the 3rd. Back to Chet Lax's start, though. 4 innings, 2 earned runs, and 4 strikeouts. It seemed like he had full control the entire evening. Taff checks back to first base, not in time, on John Embry. But an excellent start from the lefty. Like I said, full control. There's the pitch home. Fastball high and wide. And it's 1-0 on Bates. Mariners starting pitching has been pretty solid so far this season. Their team ERA of 3.89 is 3rd best in the Cape. Obviously, that includes bullpen pitchers and all pitchers on this Mariner staff. But the starters have set the table well. And now the bullpen just trying to seal the deal. Taft's pitch. Fouled back. The count is 1-1 on Bates. Still thinking about that Harwich Mariner trivia question. Highest drafted Mariner pitcher in Major League Baseball history. Taft pitch. That's inside with the heat. And the count's 2-1. Obviously, you'd be cheating if you look up Harwich Mariner pitchers. Sawyer Goldwine, our producer, came up with this question. Pitch is a ripper to right. Base hit down the right field line. Embry rounds second. He goes to third. Bates rounds first and slides into second base with a double. So now Hyannis has runners on second and third here in the bottom of the 5th. They still trail 6-2, but well, that was a rocker down the right field line. A fastball that Bates just pulled his hands in. And now the Harbor Hawks are threatening. See if the infield comes in here for Harwich. I don't know if I would expect that given the 6-2 lead. And yeah, middle of the infield is going to stay at double play depth even though there's no runner on first. But Smolinski and Curlin back there. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside. The count's 1-0. J.P. Peltier over at third base is playing about halfway between the infield grass and outfield grass. And that's the same for the first baseman O'Leary. The hitter's J.P. Head. He already has a homer today. Pitch. Downstairs. The count's 2-0. Slight breeze here at McKeon Park. Lights are on. Beautiful sky ahead. Clouds scraping across. Here's the pitch. Fastball, hot shot, grounder. Third base side, Peltier gobbles. Checks at home, doesn't throw there. Instead, across the diamond, fire in time. And he gets the speedy Head. But a run does come home to score. Charlie make that Embry touches home. So it's now 6-3. Mariners on top with 2 gone. Bates stays put at second base. And now the hitter's Trey Hawsey. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. A vicious hack from the Hyannis first baseman. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 so far today. A fly out and a strikeout. Came into the evening hitting .258. 3 RBIs. Bates off of second. And here's Taft's pitch. Downstairs. Count is 1-1. Taft steps back on the mound, and he fires. That's a strike on the inside corner. The count's 1-2 now on Trey Hawsey, first baseman out of Ole Miss. 6-3 Mariners on top here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Taft checks on the runner at second. Now he comes home. Fastball poked in the air. Left side, foul territory, but playable. Peltier is there, drifts back, and he makes the grab to retire the side. So Ryan Taft does give up 1 run, but the Hawks strand a runner on second base, and we go to the 6th. Score is now 6-3 Mariners on Cape League TV. The start of the 6th inning here at McKeon Park is brought to you by Netting Pros. Stadionic is the official netting and facility solutions partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League, When it comes to netting and building iconic sports facilities, it's Netting Pros, Stadionic, making sports facilities iconic. Sean O'Leary leads off the inning for the Mariners. He swings and fouls one right back, and the count's 0-1 on the Mariner first baseman. Cohen Gomez still on the hill for Hyannis in his second inning of relief. Mariners on top 6-3 over the Hyannis Harborhawks. There's the pitch. Fastball fouled back, and the count's 0-2. O'Leary so far today is just 0 for 1. He struck out back in the second, then walked and came around to score in the fourth inning. One of 3 runs to score in the fourth. Gomez comes set at the belt, wobbles, and fires home. Pitches downstairs. It was a breaking ball, way short, and it's 1-2. Nice crowd on hand here at McKeon Park. Bleachers down the left field line, down the right field line as well. Fans sitting right behind home plate. 1-2. Fastball chopped on the ground, right side of the infield. Second baseman Bates charges, fires to first, got him in time. Just a high chopper, definition of a Baltimore chop right there. And a nifty play from Charlie Bates. And there's one gone now in the top of the 6th. That brings up Kevin Maluski, the catcher for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1 today. Walked back in the second and grounded into a fielder's choice in the fourth inning. Mississippi State product, still looking for his first hit with the Mariners. Gomez comes set and pitches home. Breaking ball misses outside, and the count's 1-0. I was going to say with the crowd here, a lot of bleachers at McKeon Park. A lot of these Cape Cod baseball fields and stadiums, you got to bring your own chair, pitch, swing and a miss, fastball upstairs. But here at McKeon Park, it's mostly bleachers. You got right behind home, like I said, down the third and first base line. No seating in the outfield, mostly trees out there. Pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count's 2-1 now on Maluski. But those trees have had some company today. 3 home runs in total. 2 solo shots by Hyannis, Jordan Lodice and JP Head. Pitch. Breaking ball curves over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 2-2. And then Colin Larson for the Mariners started off this ball game with a homer to deep center field. 2-2. Here's the pitch from Gomez. Fastball fouled right back. And the count is still 2-2 on the Mariner backstop. Kind of a cool night here. See some sweatshirts in the crowd. The day was hot, though. It was scorching hot today here in Massachusetts. Breaking ball cut on and missed for strike 3 on Kevin Maluski. And now there's 2 gone in the top of the 6th. And I know myself it was scorching hot today because I went to Water Whiz, the water park, about 40 minutes away near Wareham, across the Sagamore Bridge. It was a hot one, but boy, it was fun. Good day to go to Water Whiz. Here's the pitch to Garrity. He looks at a ball downstairs, and the count is 1-0. Went on a few water slides, the lazy river. Big lazy river guy. Just kind of float for as long as you want. Here's the pitch. Fastball popped in the air, foul down the left field line. Garrity battling up there, trying to take up a knock. Does have a sac fly today. Back in the 4th. Grounded out to third base back in the second inning. Came in hitting just 130. Gomez comes set and fires home. Fastball zips over the inside corner for a strike, and it's 1-2. But anyways, highly recommend Water Whiz if you're looking for something to do here in the area. There for 4 hours, 3 hours. Get in, get out. Pitch. Downstairs, bounces in the dirt. And the count's now 2-2. Mariners on top 6-3 here in the top of the 6th. Trying to go for back-to-back wins after back-to-back losses right before that. Got walked off by Wareham last week, a walk-off grand slam, and then the YD Red Sox came to White House Field and beat Harwich 10-3. Here's the offering, fouled right back. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Only game in the Cape Cod League happening tonight, right here at McKeon Park. Gomez peers in for the sign with his hand dangling out, his right hand along his right hip. Now pulls it into his glove. 2-2, here it is. Breaking ball ripped deep to right field, but it twists foul. Right near the Mariner bullpen down there. The dugout here at McKeon Park is an interesting setup. You don't really have to go down. There's no steps down into the dugout. It's on an even level with the field. So right now I'm looking into the Mariner dugout. All the players are on the same level that I am. Pitch. Fastball upstairs. Ball 4. Make that not ball 4. It's now full on Ryan Garrity. He started walking towards first base. Fooled me. But he digs back into the lefty box. Count still full on him. Here's the pitch from Gomez. Fastball poked in the air. Left side, shallow left field. Embry, the third baseman, backs up. Called off by the shortstop, Low Dice, who makes the play in the end to retire the side. Mariners go quietly in the top of the 6th. 1-2-3. And we head to the home half. Harwich still on top 6-3 over Hyannis right here on Cape League TV. Back here at McKeon Park as we go to the bottom of the 6th. The Mariners still on top 6-3 over Hyannis. Still Ryan Taff on the hill for the M's, and he deals to Jordan Low Dice, the Harbor Hawk shortstop, to start the frame. Fires home. Fastball cut on and missed. It's 0-1. Low Dice so far today is 1 for 2, a ground out in the second, and then a long blast over the fence in center field for a solo home run. Pitch. Breaking ball cut on and missed. And it's quickly 0-2 on the Hawk shortstop. He came into the day hitting just 158 with an RBI. Taft spins and fires. Breaking ball ripped deep to left field. Hotchkiss back. That ball is gone. 2 home runs on the evening for Jordan Low Dice. And just like that, it's 6-4 Mariners here in the bottom of the 6th. Last 2 times up for Jordan Low Dice. Home runs. That one over the left field fence, and Jackson Hotchkiss, the Mariner left fielder, barely even moved. We've got ourselves a ball game here at McKeon Park. Now it's Kyle Olivo, the DH for the Hawks. Pitch. Breaking ball at high in the air, right side foul, and the count's 0-1. That one really a no-doubter. Dimensions here, though, are very odd. It's 358 to left field, but then to right field, it's just 324. Tap fires home. Fastball cut on and missed, and it's 0-1. So very odd dimensions. Dead center field is 379. That's now 4 home runs tonight, combined between these two sides, 3 by the Hawks, and 1 for the Mariners. Pitch. Fastball left upstairs, and it's 1-2. Olivo so far today is 1 for 2 on a single back in the second, and he flew out to center in the fourth. He homered yesterday. Pitch. Breaking ball just misses outside, and it's 2-2. Olivo, a pitcher? That's right, a two-way guy who went 4 for 4 yesterday against Orleans. Tap fires. Fastball bounces in the dirt. 58-footer. And the count runs full on Olivo. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Mariners on top 6-4 over Hyannis. Harwich trying to make it back-to-back wins. So are the Hawks. They beat Orleans 6-4 yesterday. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses inside, ball 4. So a walk dealt to Kyle Olivo. And the Hawks have a runner on first here, like I said, with nobody out. Efren Ortega, now the catcher, steps up to the dish. And Hunter Dilworth steps out of the dugout and onto the mound for the Mariners. Ryan Taff in his second inning of relief. Don't know if this is going to be a pitching change, although there is some stirring down the right field line in the Mariner bullpen. Dilworth chatting with not just Ryan Taff, but the entire Mariner infield, which are huddled up on the mound. Now the home plate umpire, Mike Hinosa, is going to go and break that one up very kindly. Olivo on first base after he just walked, but I talked about it a little bit. He went 4 for 4 yesterday after being notably a pitcher out of Iowa. 8 innings pitched so far this season on the Cape, 8 strikeouts, just 3 walks, no earned runs, a pure two-way talent. Now Efren Ortega steps up to the dish for Hyannis. Infield play to the pull side for the righty. Check back to first, not in time. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening here in Hyannis. A slight breeze out to right field. There's the pitch home. Catcher shows bunt, loops it right back to the pitcher. Third baseman Peltier now charges, fires to first in time. That was right back to the pitcher, Taff. He moved out of the way very quickly, and Peltier took the reins and fired to first. Olivo moves up to second base. So a sacrifice by Efren Ortega, the catcher. And now Hyannis has a runner on second base with just 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Really nicely laid down. You don't normally want it to go right back to the pitcher, but that one was deadened off the bat. There was really no chance that the catcher was going to be safe running down the line, but he got the runner over. And here's the hitter, Barrett. He looks at a strike on the inside corner, so 0-1 on the center fielder. He's 1 for 2 so far today, singled in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th. Mariners up 6-4 over Hyannis in the bottom of the 6th, 1 gone, with Olivo off of second base. There's the pitch. Fastball left upstairs. It's 1-1. Barrett taps his bat on home plate a couple times. Open stance in the lefty box. Taps pitch. Fastball misses inside. And Barrett liked that take. He nods a couple of times. That one looked pretty close. But the count is 2-1 now on the Hyannis center fielder. They've just been lurking today. Mariners went on top 6-2, now 6-4. Pitch is outside. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. It's felt like Harwich has been in control for the majority of the time, but, I mean, now you look up at the score, it's 6-4. The Hyannis offense has come to play. Tap fires. Fastball inside, that's ball 4. So Barrett gets rid of his armor, trots over to first base, and the Harbor Hawks now have first and second with just 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. There's already 1 mound visit from pitching coach Hunter Dilworth. And I say that as Harwich manager Steve Engler trots on out of the dugout, takes his patented slow walk out to the mound. Still no sign. He looks over to the bullpen, and he makes the sign. So a call to the bullpen here as Steve Engler takes the ball from Harwich pitcher Ryan Taff. We'll tell you who the Mariner pitcher on the, who the Mariner pitcher is on the other side of this quick break. 6-4 Mariners. We'll be right back. Welcome back to McKeon Park, and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks are threatening here, still in the bottom of the 6th. Mariners on top 6-4, and a pitching change by Mariner manager Steve Engler. It's Adam Arthur on the hill for Harwich, making his 3rd appearance of the season. Has pitched 2 2/3 innings, has yet to give up a run, 1 strikeout, and 2 walks. He deals to Zener, the leadoff man for the Hawks. Pitch home. Downstairs, and the count is 1-0. It's Olivo, the DH, off of second base, and Liam Barrett off of first base. Both of them walked. Arthur, the lefty, from the hill, fires home. Way downstairs with the fastball, and it's 2-0. Like I've said, the Hawks have just been lurking, and now all of a sudden, the go-ahead run is at the plate for the home side. It's Henry Zener. He's 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner with the fastball. It's 2-1. Lights fully on here at McKeon Park on a gorgeous Thursday evening in the Cape Cod. Here's the pitch. Swinging a tapper foul at the plate. And the count is now 2-2. Zener out of USC Upstate came into the day hitting 172 with just 1 RBI. Does have 4 walks. Playing right field today for Hyannis. In the lefty box. Arthur, the lefty, on the mound. He fires home. Swing and a miss. Down goes Zener, and a big strikeout for Adam Arthur. Now there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 6th. The Mariners still on top 6-4 over the Hawks. Adam Arthur has that weird delivery. He's not quite a submariner, but he goes from the 3/4 arm angle. Doesn't have the highest velo, fastball in the high 80s, low 90s. But he is a tough at-bat for everyone, especially lefties. Now it's a righty in the box in John Embry. There's the pitch home. Swinging a hard hit ball left side of the infield. Smolinski gobbles the shortstop. Off-balance throw to first, not in time, and it gets by O'Leary, the first baseman. Olivo comes in to score. Barrett trots over to third base. Sean O'Leary, the Mariner first baseman, is helped up after he was trucked by the runner, Embry. It was a hot shot on one bounce to shortstop. Smolinski moved to the glove side, picked it up in shallow center field, threw off balance to first, but didn't have enough power on the throw, and now it's 6-5 Mariners. Runners on second and third for Hyannis. I mean, would you look at this? Interesting to see how they'll score that. Probably a single. It was a hard hit ball off the bat, and now it's Charlie Bates. Pitch home. There's a strike on the inside corner. So Olivo at third, Liam Barrett at second base. Maybe an infield single and then an error on Smolinski, which advanced the 2 runners. Pitch. Downstairs in the dirt, gets by Maluski, the catcher, and Hyannis has tied the score. Olivo comes home, touches, and we're tied up at 6 apiece. I mean, that ball got 30 feet away from Maluski, just a no-brainer to come home. Liam Barrett advances to third base on the play. And now we're tied up. It's 6-6. The Mariners once led this game 6-2. Pitch. Nubler, right side of the infield, slowly, curling, bare hands, fires to first, got him in time. Cade Kurland is showing off the glove, and that does it here in the 6th inning. But Hyannis ties up the score. They bring home 3 runs in the frame and leave one man stranded. We go to the 7th here on Cape League TV, 6-6 the score. And just like that, we're tied up at 6 apiece here at McKeon Park as we head to the 7th. Still Cohen Gomez on the hill for Hyannis in his 3rd inning of relief out of the bullpen. The Hawks have used 3 pitchers so far today. It started with the starter Brady St. Pierre and went to Van Frawling, and now it's Cohen Gomez, and he deals with the top of the Mariner lineup, beginning with Colin Larson. The right fielder digs into the lefty box. 6-6 the score. It's been a good one. Gomez fires. Fastball high and wide. And the count is 1-0 on Larson. He's having himself quite the day. 2 for 2, a homer, an RBI single, sprinkling a walk. 1-0 from Gomez. Downstairs. And the count's 2-0. Mariners once held the lead. That was 6-2. That was after the top of the 5th. Now it's 6-6. Gomez fires home. That's a strike on the outside corner with the heat. Count is 2-1. Larson came into the day hitting .321. Now is tied at the top of the Mariner leaderboards with 2 home runs. Pitch. Swinging a slasher foul down the left field line. And the count is now 2-2 on the Mariner leadoff man. Boy, it would be good to get him aboard. He's a stolen base threat. Has 8 of them this season. Readjusts his jersey, those baby blue jerseys for the Mariners with the red lettering, and steps back into the box. Gomez from the mound, fires home. Swinging a line drive right field, off the glove of the first baseman Hawsey, and into right field. A base hit for Colin Larson. That's his 3rd knock of the day. He's yet to be retired by the Hawks. And the Mariners have their leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 7th. Just a fastball inside, and Larson pulled his hands in quickly. And now gives way to J.P. Peltier, the Mariner third baseman. J.P. so far today is 0 for 3. The tall, right-handed hitter. Gomez on the mound. Here's his pitch. Breaking ball spins over the outside corner of the zone for strike number 1. .6-6 the score. Hyannis and Harwich tied up here in the top of the 7th. Larson off of first base. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. Fastball outside, throw back to first. Not in time. Larson took a big secondary lead, but scurried back to the bag. That was a close one. That's the last thing you want if you're the Mariners. Need all the base runners you can get, especially Larson. He's a base-stealing threat. There's the 1-1 to J.P. Peltier. Swing and a miss. Big breaking ball outside. And the count's 1-2. Looks up and down his half black, half beige bat. And steps into the righty box. Counts 1-2. Here's the offering from Gomez. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Could be 2. Shortstop Lodis is there. He bobbles it, and there's no throw anywhere. Lodis went to the glove side. On a couple hops, he fielded it. The ball went into and out of his glove, and everyone's safe. That'll be an error on Lodis. And now there's first and second occupied by Harwich, with still nobody out in the top of the 7th. Larson advances to second on the play. And now it's Ty Smolinski for the M's. A big moment in this ball game. He's 1 for 3 today, but his last time up, the most successful, a double, and he came around to score. Twirls his bat in the lefty box. Gomez comes set on the hill. Runners on first and second for the M's. Here's the pitch. Fastball fouled back. It's 0-1 on Ty. He's been quite the player for the Mariners all summer long. Came into the evening hitting .344, a pair of home runs, 7 RBIs. .0-1 on its way. Breaking ball ripped in the air, deep to right field. Zener backs up, now comes in a few steps, and he makes the head-high grab. Tagging from second to third is Larson. He's safe. Ball gets away from the third baseman, Embry, but everyone stays put. J.P. Peltier is at first base still. There's some confusion. Ball's still live, and the third baseman, Embry, just threw it away into right field. Larson comes home to score. What just happened? J.P. Peltier moves up to second base. The third baseman John Embry just threw the ball into right field. It seemed like the play was dead. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that. They've still yet to put the run on the board for the Mariners on the scoreboard out in right center field. But it should be 7-6 Harwich right now. And it is. They just switched it. So I think they probably tried to check to see if Larson left second early to tag to third before the catch was made by the right fielder Zener. But in doing so, Embry, the third baseman, just totally aired the throw. Larson came home to score, and now the Mariners are on top 7-6. The hitter is Hotchkiss. There's the pitch. Downstairs in the dirt, Peltier stays put at second. Nice block by the catcher, Ortega. I mean, that was one of the more confusing plays that I've ever seen. That would be on the not-so-top 10 in SportsCenter. Mariners have been on the top 10 for SportsCenter twice this season. That would go in the not-so-top 10. Pitch. Way in the dirt with the fastball. This time, Peltier moves over to third. Another wild pitch by these Hyannis Harbor Hawk pitchers. Now Peltier on third base with just one gone. In the top of the seventh, already one run home. Fans here at McKeon Park kind of stunned. Everyone confused as to what just happened. Now a big moment for Hotchkiss as the Hyannis infield trots in. Gomez peers in, he gets the sign and comes set. Here's his pitch. Fastball right there down the middle for strike number one on Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss doubled back in the fourth. The best part of his 1-for-3 day at the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball chopped on the ground, right side, under the glove of Housey and into right field. That'll be a base hit for Hotchkiss and an RBI as Peltier touches home. And the Mariners are on top 8-6 over Hyannis in the top of the seventh. What an odd inning this has been. Trey Hawsey over there, the first baseman, would probably tell you he should make that play. I don't think he came in contact with the ball, though. It took a couple weird bounces underneath his glove. So, an RBI single for Hotchkiss. And now it's Cade Curlin. Pitch. Fastball way upstairs. 8-6 the score. It's been a shootout. From the very first batter of this game, Colin Larson led off the game with a solo shot. And the runs have just been piling on. Here's the pitch home. Fastball hit high in the air, deep to right field. Zener back on the track. That ball is caught right at the wall. Oh, that short porch over there, 324 down the line. That ball had a chance to get out, but it stayed in the ballpark. Zener made a very easy, calm, cool, and collected grab right in front of the wall. And now it's Charlie Bussey, the Mariner DH. Bussey's been aboard twice today, a hit by pitch and a walk. Grounded out to third back in the fifth. There's the pitch. Wrecking ball misses outside, and it's 1-0. Hotchkiss off of first. 8-6 Mariner lead. Top of the seventh. Only game in the Cape tonight. Check back to first. Not in time. Every game that was intended to be played on Tuesday this week was played, except for this Mariner-Hyannis game. So they've now bumped it to today. It was a scheduled off day for these two teams. Here's the pitch. Fastball rings over the outside corner for a strike, and it's 1-1. $17 combined hits between these two sides tonight. Pitch from Gomez. Breaking ball on a one-hop to shortstop. Lodice fires to second. Not in time. It pulled the second baseman Bates off the bat. That was a one-hopper to Lodice. He gobbled it up and threw to second base, but it was a low throw, and everybody's safe. Hotchkiss at second, Bussey at first. And now the hitter, Sean O'Leary. O'Leary today is 0 for 2. He walked and came around to score in the fourth. Here's the pitch home. Fastball catches the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. O'Leary came into the day hitting .261, 3 RBIs. Twirls his bat in the lefty box. Runners off first and second for the M's. They're up 8-6. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled back. And the count is 0-2. Good presence from Mariner fans tonight here in Hyannis. Not too far from White House Field, about 30 or so minutes. O'Leary crouches in the lefty box. Gomez set on the mound, and he fires. Swung on and tap foul. The count is still 0-2. O'Leary is the 7th batter in this inning to come to the plate for Harwich. There's been a couple of those innings tonight. The 4th inning had 8 hitters come to the plate. 4 runs came across the score then. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball tapped slowly back to the pitcher over his head. Second baseman charges in. Bates fires to first. Got him in time. Oh, a nice play from the second baseman Bates right there to get the out. But the Mariners bring home a couple of more runs. Make that 2 to be exact. And now they lead 8-6 as we head to the bottom of the 7th right here on Cape League TV. Back here at McKeon Park, 8-6 Mariners lead it now after scoring 2 in the top half of the inning. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Adam Arthur on the hill for the Mariners in his 2nd inning of relief out of the bullpen. He deals to J.P. Head. Here's the pitch. Outside with the fastball. It's 1-0. Head so far today, homered in the 2nd, and a couple ground outs to third base. 1 for 3. Here's Arthur's pitch. There's a strike on the inside corner. There is a crazy, crazy shift right now on J.P. Head. 3 infielders on the left side of the second base bag. A gaping hole in the right. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Nice fastball from Arthur. I mean, there's got to be 30 or so yards in between Cade Curlin, the second baseman who's playing in the shortstop position, and the Mariner first baseman in O'Leary. Here's the pitch home. Swinging a high fly ball down the right field line, foul. Count is 1-2 still on J.P. Head. 8-6 Mariners on top over Hyannis, trying to make it back-to-back wins. Arthur on the mound. Here's the pitch. Downstairs with the changeup. And the count is 2-2. When we brought up the trivia question back in the 5th inning, it was the highest drafted Harwich Mariner pitcher in Major League Baseball. I've got the answer. I was brainstorming with myself, trying to think of who it may be. Couldn't really come up with a guy that I was confident in. I know Cam Schlittler pitched for the Mariners, with the Yankees now. Here's the pitch home. There's a swing and a miss and a strikeout from Adam Arthur. J.P. Hague goes down swinging, and there's one gone now in the bottom of the 7th. It wasn't Cam Schlittler. He was taken low in the draft, not a high draft pick. The Mariners have pumped out a bunch of good pitchers. So the answer, I'll give it to you, was Kevin Gausman, 4th overall in 2012. Pitch home. Downstairs to Trey Hawsey, the first baseman. And the count is 1-0. Kevin Gausman. A Giant, a Blue Jay. There's the 1-0 from Arthur. That's a check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. J.C. Fernandez says safe down the third baseline. And it's 2-0. Gausman has that nasty splitter he always goes to. A big-time pitcher, that wonky kick and release. There's the 2-0. That's inside barely. And it's 3-0. Kind of like Adam Arthur. Now, very different in terms of Adam Arthur is a lefty. Kevin Gausman's a righty. But a wonky delivery. Kind of adjust the timing. Here's the pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner, and it's 3-1. They're very flexible and can switch up how they come home. Arthur has that 3/4 arm angle from the lefty side. Gausman more of a over-the-top from the righty. It has that weird leg kick. Here's the 3-1. Ball inside, and there's a walk to Trey Hawsey. So the Harbor Hawks have a runner on first base here with one gone in the bottom of the 7th. They trail 8-6 to the Mariners. It's been a high-scoring affair. I just read the score, but the Mariners seem like they've had control of it the entire time. But back in the 6th inning, the Hawks tied this thing up at 6 apiece. Now in the top half of the 7th, Mariners brought home 2 more to take the lead. Here's the pitch. That's a swing and a miss by Jordan Lodice, the shortstop, and it's 0-1. Harwich once led 6-2, and then 4 straight from Hyannis. Like I said, tied us up at 6 apiece. But now the Mariners back on top, 8-6. Pitch home. Inside. Lodice ducks out of the way. A count is 1-1. Hawsey over there at first base, not necessarily a steal threat. He has no stolen bags this season in the Cape thus far. Arthur's pitch. Downstairs. The count is 2-1. Starting pitching this season has been a strength for the Mariners. They've had a bunch of guys, handful of pitchers go at least 4 innings, 5 innings. The bullpen trying to pick up. Here's the pitch. A strike on the inside corner, and it's 2-2. Bullpen has had moments of shakiness from here and there. Adam Arthur still on the mound for the Mariners. He's been pretty consistent for the M's this season. Pitch home. There's a high fly ball, shallow right field. Right fielder Larson charges in, foul territory, dives, and he can't make the play. It bounces off his glove. He was there in time, but couldn't come up with the nice snag. So it's just a high foul, and the count's still 2-2 on the hitter, Jordan Lodice. Field being illuminated by the lights here at McKeon Park. Very little wind. American flag out and right is still. Hawsey off of first. Arthur's pitch. There's a hot shot left side. Diving attempt by the shortstop Smolinski. He can't come up with it. And the ball trickles into left field for a base hit. So Jordan Lodice with his 3rd hit of the day. He had 2 home runs coming into that at bat. And now Hyannis has first and second with just 1 gone in the bottom of the 7th. What a day from Jordan Lodice. Like I said, the pair of home runs and now a single. It started out with just a measly grounder to second base, a 4-3 putout, but now he's really come on and been a big impact player for Hyannis. Trey Haase is going to be pinch ran for at second base. Caden Miller comes on. So he stands on the bag over there. Go-ahead run is at the plate for Hyannis in Kyle Olivo, the product out of Iowa. Today's DH for the Harbor Hawks. He's 1 for 2, a single and a walk his 2 times on. He came around to score in the 6th inning. Arthur peers in for the sign. Long pause, and he gets it. Comes set at the belt. Here's the pitch home. Swing and a miss. A nice changeup right there from Arthur. And the count's 0-1 on Olivo. Runners off first and second for the Hawks. It's Miller off of second and Lodice off of first. Pitch home. There's a swing and a ground ball. Third base side, Peltier fires to second. There's one. On to first. Double play. 5, 4, 3. Ring him up. Adam Arthur works into and out of trouble. And the Mariners preserve their 8-6 lead as we head to the 8th here at McKeon Park. We'll be right back on Cape League TV. We go to the 8th here at McKeon Park, and the Mariners hold an 8-6 lead over Hyannis on a gorgeous, just gorgeous Thursday evening here in Hyannis, Massachusetts. And because it's the 8th, that means it's time to take a look at scores across the Cape, presented by the Massachusetts Office of Travel and Tourism. Now, if you've been tuned in for tonight, you'll know that tonight's game between the Mariners and the Hawks, well, that's the only game happening on the Cape. So I'm so glad you're tuning in. So happy to be bringing you Harwich Mariners baseball. But because there's no other sports happening or Cape Cod baseball happening tonight, I'll go back to yesterday and look at some of the scores. Falmouth took down Chatham 4-3. Orleans fell to Hyannis 6-4. Harwich beat Wareham 6-3, a big win for the Mariners. And Bourne took down Cotuit in 10, 4-3. So a big-time matchup between Hyannis and Harwich. The only game happening tonight. Here's the pitch to Maluski. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-1 on the Mariner backstop. Here's the 0-1. Fastball clips the inside corner. And the count is now 0-2. Mariners on top, 8-6 over Hyannis. Drake Meeks, the pitcher on the hill for the Harbor Hawks. Out of southern Mississippi. tall righty on the mound. Set at the belt, and he fires. Pitch is ripped down the right field line, foul, and it's still 0-2. Maluski so far today is 0 for 2. He walked back in the second, ground out in the fourth, and he struck out in the sixth. Still looking for that first hit in Mariner blue. Meeks fires. Breaking ball downstairs. It gets back to the screen, and the count is 1-2. Drake Meeks, 6'4" on the hill, like I said, that big frame. This is his third appearance on the Cape so far. He's given up 5 earned runs in 3 innings pitched. Really struggled. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball right on by. That fastball up in the mid-90s. And there's one gone now in the top of the 8th. That brings up Ryan Garrity, the Mariners center fielder and number 9 hitter. Meeks set at the belt, fires. Fastball ripped in the air, left field. Head comes in, it stays up for the left fielder, and he makes the play. That's a scorcher off the bat of Ryan Garrity, but right at the left fielder, JP Head. And now there's 2 gone in the top of the 8th. Now it's Colin Larson, leadoff man for the Mariners. He's been unstoppable. And that might be underselling how good Colin Larson's been. He's 3 for 4 today. Sorry, make that 3 for 3 with a walk. 2 runs and a home run. Pitch. Fastball zings over the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. That homer, RBI single. I mean, he's just been swinging a red-hot bat. Came into the day hitting .321 for the Mariners. Pitch home. Fastball way in the dirt. The count is 1-1. Larson also came into the evening leading the Mariners in BABIP. Batting average on balls in play at .381, which means that when he puts the ball in play, whether that's a scorcher down the left field line or a little nubbler to second base, he gets on a good, decent amount of the time, even if he puts the ball in play. 1-1. Fastball downstairs, 2-1. That means that he's doing a good job of hitting the ball where the defense is not. Of course, some luck works into this stat. You could hit a little dribbler down the third baseline and beat it out by running hard down the line, or you could also hit a line drive to left. They all count the same. 2-1. Fastball outside, and the count is now 3-1 on Larson. He has 3 walks this season. A 4th right now, it put a 2-out runner aboard for the Mariners. He digs back into the lefty box. Makes his pitch. Fastball ripped in the air, left center field, base hit for Larson. He just keeps on swinging it. That's 4 for 4 for Colin Larson. An inside-out knocker to left. And the Mariners now have first base occupied with 2 gone. And it's J.P. Peltier up to the dish. Colin Larson has just been red hot. Now J.P. Peltier. He reached on an error back in the 7th. Pitch from Meeks. Fastball cut on and missed. 0-1. 0 for 4 for Peltier. Transferred from Wright State to Kentucky a couple days ago. Going to play next spring with the Wildcats. Larson goes. Pitch is ripped in the air. Right field. Zener comes in, and he makes the grab at the knees for out number 3. Hard hit ball off of J.P. Peltier's bat, but the Mariners straying Colin Larson over at first. 1 hit, 1 man left on base, and no runs. We head to the bottom of the 8th right here on Cape League TV. We head to the bottom of the 8th here at McKeon Park, and the Mariners hold an 8-6 lead over the Hawks. So glad you're tuning in on this beautiful Thursday evening. Milo Hoffman on hand, and Miguel Hughes freshly into the ball game for the Mariners. Relief pitcher out of the bullpen, making his 3rd appearance on the season. Has pitched just an inning in 2/3. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, and no earned runs to this point. He's been a key cog in this Mariner bullpen, and he'll have to deal with 8, 9, and 1 in the Hyannis lineup, starting with the catcher Efren Ortega. Ortega so far today is 1 for 3. He singled back in the 4th. Hughes a couple stretches behind the mound, now steps on, ready, and he fires home. Fastball sings over the outside corner of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. 8-6 Mariners lead over the Harborhawks. Harwich trying to go for back-to-back wins. Hughes kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 on Ortega. It's been a real sloppy game between these two sides. 4 combined errors. Pitch from Hughes. Way upstairs. And the count is 1-2. So it seems like if you put the ball in play, there's a good chance you're going to get on somehow, some way. Now, even some of these hits that haven't been ruled errors have been sort of half and half, little dribblers off of gloves. 1-2. Breaking ball downstairs. And the count's 2-2. So obviously right now that's the goal for the Harborhawks. Mariners trying to seal the deal. Hughes set. And he fires home. Fastball chop foul down the third base line. And the count is still 2-2 on Efren Ortega. There's the 2-2. Fastball just misses inside. And the count is now full. So the last thing you want to do is walk Ortega. He's the leadoff man this inning. Liam Barrett, the center fielder, looms on deck. Here's Hughes' pitch. Swinging a chopper right side of the infield, playable. Curlin's there, fields at the knees, fires to first. Low, but scooped up by O'Leary in time. And there is 1 gone in the bottom of the 8th. Cade Curling kind of sidearmed that throw over to first base. He pats his chest, saying, "That's my bad on the throw. Thank you, Sean O'Leary, for picking me up there." And now we go to the number 9 hitter in the Hyannis lineup in Liam Barrett. Barrett so far today 1 for 2. He singled, struck out, and walked. Hughes, glove at his eyes. Fires home. Fastball outside. The count is 1-0. Miguel Hughes from Caracas, Venezuela. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count is 2-0. Hughes immigrated to the U.S. in January of 2021. He was actually a two-way player right when he came over from Venezuela. Glove at his eyes. Fires home. Fastball swing and a miss, and the count is 2-1. He originally committed to Alabama and garnered some Major League Baseball draft buzz. Now he pitches his collegiate ball at Mercer. That one swung on and lifted to left field, but playable. Hotchkiss is there, comes in, and he makes the grab at the head for the second out. So he's at Mercer now. He was named the Post-Gazette Player of the Year as a senior in high school. So he's been someone that Major League Baseball scouts have had their eyes on for some time. Now he's been a key piece for the Mariners this summer. He pitches to Zener. Pitches outside. Trying to work a nice 1-2-3 frame here in the 8th. Zener so far is 0 for 4 today. Hughes kicks and comes home. Fastball a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Crowd has lightened just a bit here at McKeon Park. Still decent crowd on hand. Here's the 1-1. That one inside. Dropped by the catcher, Maluski. The count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Breeze picks up just a bit out to right field. 2-1. Fastball fouled back, and the count is 2-2. 8-6 Mariners on top over Hyannis here in the bottom of the 8th. Both of these teams off of wins. Hughes fires way downstairs, and the hitter Zener gets out of the way. The count's full. Nobody on. 2 outs. Hughes steps foot back on the rubber. Glove at his eyes. First base side of the slab fires. Inside, ball 4. Zener gets out of the way on that fastball, and he trots over to first base. So a 2-out walk, you know how those can end up sometimes, can be backbreakers. And now it's John Embry of Hyannis batting in the 2 slot for the Hawks today with a runner on first and 2 gone. Hawks trail 8-6 to the Mariners. Hughes dangles out his right arm. Nods off a few pitches from Maluski. And now he gets a pitch he likes. Deals to Embry. He's the tying run. There's the pitch. Curveball ripped in the air, left field. That dunks in for a base hit. In front of Hotchkiss. He fields and fires in. And the runner, Zener, chugs around second and goes into third base. So it's first and third now occupied by Hyannis. 8-6 the score, Mariners on top. It seems like every single time Harwich takes the lead and starts to feel comfortable, the Hawks storm back, and now the go-ahead run is at the plate in Charlie Bates. Hughes peers in for the sign. They've got a good ball game on hand here at McKeon Park. And he fires. Fastball cut on and missed. 0-1. Charlie Bates today is 2 for 4. He has a single, a double. Came into the evening hitting .261 with a pair of home runs. There's the pitch. Downstairs. It's 1-1. Zener off of third. Embry off of first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses downstairs, and the count is 2-1. Hyannis came into the day with just 33 runs scored this season. That's the worst mark in the league. Today the offense has been different, though. Pitch. Fastball fouled right back. And the count is 2-2. They've put up 6. This season, they've only scored over 3 runs 4 times. The bats have showed up to McKeon Park for the home side. They're down by 2, runners on the corners. Here's the pitch home. That's ripped on the ground, shortstop side. Smolinski is there, fields on a few hops, fires to first in time, and that does it in the bottom of the 8th. Ty Smolinski, nice and easy for the shortstop. And Hyannis strands runners on first and third. 1 hit and no runs. We go to the 9th here on Cape League TV. We head to the 9th here at McKeon Park, and the Mariners hold an 8-6 lead over Hyannis. Still the pitcher on the hill for the Hawks. It's Drake Meeks in his second inning of relief out of the bullpen. Ty Smolinski leads off the frame for Harwich. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Mariners. Ty so far today is 1 for 4. He doubled back in the 5th. Harwich holding on to a 2-run lead, trying to close the door. But before that, maybe tack on a few insurance. Pitch home. Fastball is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Smolinski twirls his bat in the lefty box a few times. That bat is all beige. Slightly open stance. There's the pitch from Meeks. Fastball ripped center field. That'll dunk in for a base hit. Just a ringer off the bat of Ty Smolinski. Now he's 2 for 5, and the Mariners have their leadoff man aboard here in the top of the 9th. So Jackson Hotchkiss steps up to the dish now for the M's. He's 2 for 4 himself in his first start with the Mariners this summer. Struck out in the first, but then he doubled in the 4th. Ground out in the 5th, and then he singled in the 7th. Smolinski off of first. Pitch from Meeks. Fastball flips the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Meeks comes set at the belt. Ty off of first. Pitch. Breaking ball is a strike on the inside corner. Quickly 0-2 on Jackson Hotchkiss. Meeks' fastball comes in mid-90s. His cutter, high 80s. Just a 2-pitch mix for the righty. He deals home. Fastball cut on and missed. Jackson Hotchkiss down on strikes, overblown with that fastball. And now there's one gone in the top of the 9th. Mariners hold an 8-6 lead over Hyannis here. Trying to make it back-to-back wins. It's Cade Curling at the plate now for the M's, second baseman. He's 1 for 4 today. Singled and scored in the 4th. Tie off of first. Pitch. Fastball ripped on the ground, right side through for a base hit. Smolinski holds on to second. Curlin with a single. And now the Mariners have first and second with just 1 out in the top of the 9th. Nice piece of hitting from Cade Curling. Pitch outside, he went with it, slashed it to right field. And now the Mariners are moving again offensively, trying to tack on some insurance. It's Charlie Bussey at the plate now for the M's. He has a walk, a hit by pitch, and then he reached via an error in the 7th. Pitch home. Fastball chopped on the ground, second base side. Bates is there, fires the second one. Relay not thrown. It was a high chopper. Bates dealt with it, decided to go the short way, and he got Curlin running. Smolinski advances to third on the play, and Bussey's safe at first. So now the Mariners have runners on the corners. With 2 gone, they lead 8-6 over Hyannis in the top of the 9th. And the hitter is Sean O'Leary, the Mariner first baseman. This would be a big run to bring home if you're the Mariners. Right now, it's bloop and blast territory for Hyannis. There's the pitch. Fastball, swing and a miss. And today has proven to be bloop and blast central for Hyannis. They have 3 home runs. Pitch home. Fastball outside. And the count is 1-1. O'Leary today is 0 for 3. He has a walk in the 4th. Smolinski off of third that is. Bussey off of first. There's the pitch from Meeks. Fastball chopped on the ground, right side, past the diving Miller and into right field. A base hit. Smolinski comes home to score. Bussey goes from first to third. It's a ribby single for Sean O'Leary. That's a big run for the Mariners. They lead 9-6 now.
Catcher from Mississippi State, number 20, Kevin Maluski. Number 20.
In the top of the ninth, 9-6 Mariners. Kevin Maluski, the hitter now. That's just a four-hopper over right side of the infield. And Caden Miller, who came in to play first for Trey Hawsey, tried to dive and stab at that one, but just a few feet past his diving reach. Now Kevin Maluski, the hitter. Mariners up by 3. Here's the pitch home. Fastball ripped on the ground, left side, diving attempt, not successful by Lodice, the shortstop. Bussey comes home to score as the ball trickles into left, and it's a ribby single for Kevin Maluski. That's his first hit as a Harwich Mariner. And the M's are on top 10-6.
Number 3, Ryan Garrity. Center field, Garrity. Number 3.
That one was hot shot off the bat of Maluski. That's got to feel good for him, the Mississippi State kid. And now it's the number 9 hitter, Ryan Garrity. O'Leary up to second base. Meeks fires. Fastball fouled back. The count is 0-1. Garrity so far today is 0 for 4. He does have a sac fly. There's the 0-1. Fastball low. The count is now 1-1. You hear Steve Engler, the manager, saying, control the at-bat. Keep the line moving. Trying to keep going from one hitter to the next. Pitch home. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball. And the count is now 1-2. Garrity's the 7th hitter to come to the plate for the Mariners this inning. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for Hyannis in the 9th. Make that 4, 5, and 6. Pitch home. Upstairs. The count is 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 men aboard, and the Mariners lead 10-6 over Hyannis here in the top of the 9th. Meeks steps on the hill. And he fires. Fastball fouled back. And they'll do it again. Infield play to the pull side for the lefty Garrity in the box. Third baseman Embry is playing about 10 yards away from the third base line. Can Garrity come through? Here's the pitch. Fastball, one hopper, right side of the infield. First baseman Miller is there. Pitches to the covering Meeks in time. And that does it here in the top of the 9th. But the Mariners bring home 2 more big insurance runs and now lead by a score of 10-6 as we head to the home half here on Cape League TV. Yeah. Back here at McKeon Park as we go to the bottom of the ninth. And the Mariners hold a 10-6 lead over Hyannis. And it's still Miguel Hughes on the hill for Harwich, trying to close the door here and pick up the Mariners' second straight victory and help them improve to 7-3 on the season. This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. It'll be J.P. Head leading off for Hyannis. He's the 4-hitter. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 as Hyannis tries to spark a ninth-inning rally here, down by 4. 24 combined hits between these two sides tonight. Here's the pitch home from Hughes. Fastball fouled back, and it's 0-1. Miguel Hughes worked a nice frame in the 8th. Did not give up any runs. And still yet to give up a run this season. Here's the pitch. Fastball over the outside corner for a strike. And the count is 0-2 on J.P. Head. He's 1 for 4. He homered back in the second. A solo shot to dead center. Here's the pitch. Slider downstairs. The count is 1-2. This was the only game of the night here on the Cape Cod Baseball League. Mariners trying to take it. Pitch. Curveball hit high in the air. Sky high pop-up in the infield. Right side. Curling the second baseman's there. Camps under, and he makes the grab. That one hit the Hyannis sky here. The dark, beautiful Hyannis sky at McKeon Park, and there's one gone. It's now Caden Miller who came in to pinch run for Trey Hawsey back in the 7th inning. One gone here, top 9 Mariners up 10-6. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. 0-1 on Miller. Hughes ready again. Here's the 0-1. That's outside. And the count is 1-1. Miller, the lefty bat. Twirls a few times. Now open stance in the box. Hughes fires. That's upstairs. Fastball coming in the mid-90s, 93 from the righty on the mound. Now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Mariners up by 4. 10-6 here, bottom 9. One gone. Hughes pitches home. There's a strike at the knees. And the count's 2-2. Hughes with the glove at his eyes. Deep breath. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul right back. And they'll do it again. Hyannis beat Orleans yesterday. They came back in the 9th. 4 runs to take the lead and then eventually win. Here's the pitch. Outside. And the count is now full on Miller. So they're trying to get some of that magic back with them tonight. Here's the payoff pitch from Hughes. Swinging a foul back, and they'll do it again. Nice battle here from Caden Miller, the pinch hitter. Miller plays his college ball at UTSA. Has started many games this season for Hyannis. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called. A perfectly placed fastball. And there's 2 gone now in the bottom of the 9th. That heater had some zip from Hughes. Caden Miller down looking. And now it's all down to Jordan Lodice. And I think if Hyannis were to have this game be down to 1 hitter, well, it would be Jordan Lodice. Because he himself is 3 for 4 with a pair of home runs. There's the pitch. There's a strike at the knees with the curveball. And now it's 0-1. Hughes set quickly on the hill. Kicks and fires home. Swinging a foul back. 0-2. So the Hawks are down to their last strike. Mariners up 10-6. Hughes asks for a new ball. It's been an up and down ball game. Harwich once led 6-2. Hyannis came back to tie it at 6 apiece. And the Mariners took an 8-6 lead. And then they tacked on 2 more in the top half of this inning to make it 10-6. Hughes shakes off a few times. Now he gets a pitch he likes. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a line drive deep to left field. Hotch gets back on the track. He leaps, and he does not have a play. It bounces up against the wall, and Lodice continues to impress. Have a day, Jordan Lodice. He is 4 for 5 with 2 home runs, a single, and now a double. And Hyannis is not dead just yet. There's still 2 outs, but a runner on second base now in Lodice. And Kyle Olivo is up. Try and keep the line moving. Olivo steps into the box, the righty box. Hughes fires home. Fastball way upstairs. Count is 1-0. Just focus on the hitter if you're Miguel Hughes. Up 10-6 here, bottom 9. Pitch home from the ready. There's a strike at the letters with the fastball, and it's 1-1. 26 combined hits between these 2 teams tonight. 1-1's the count, 2 gone. Lodice off of second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul right back. And the count is now 1-2. That one near us. You probably heard it. Hot shot off the bat. Right back here to the screen. And once again, Hyannis is down to their last strike. Hughes dangles out his arm. Lodice off of second. Now the pitcher comes set at the belt. There's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Miguel Hughes closes the door, and the Mariners pick up back-to-back wins. 10-6 the final. Harwich over Hyannis. Miguel Hughes with a nice outing out of the bullpen, but today the offense was the story. 10 runs on 13 hits from the Mariners. It got started with the very first hitter of the game, and Colin Larson with a deep shot to center field for his second home run. And after that, the hits just kept on piling, the runs kept on coming, and the Mariners hold it in the end. Final score 10-6 over Hyannis. They've now won 2 games against the Harbor Hawks. And that'll pretty much do it for us here from beautiful McKeon Park. It was a beautiful night here in Hyannis. It started out as blue skies. Now the night sky with the lights above. Once again, the final score 10-6. Harwich takes it over the Harbor Hawks. For my producer, Sawyer Goldwine, our sideline reporter, Lily Reisenweber, I'm Milo Hoffman, saying so long and enjoy your night, everyone.